What is good? What is good, my good YouTube people, man? We're back for another Anime Chainsaw Man chapter, in which I have to say another hard to review chapter, man. I would say it's a good chapter. We had some great reveals through this chapter, mainly one being the reveal of the Fire Devil. But other than that and the identity of Fake Chainsaw Man, none of this chapter is really worth over analyzation. It was just an action-packed chapter with great fights. But other than that, like I said, not too much you can truly theorize about a fight that kind of happened. Like you just see it, you see is what you get. Like the main thing I will have to say this fight is that like Denji bodied Fake Chainsaw Man, and Asa's gonna get bodied 2 weeks from now when she fights a Falling Devil. So without further ado, let's get on to the main question. Who do we think the Fake Chainsaw Man is? Now, I'm gonna go out a limb with all the information I've been given. I'm gonna make an educated guess or a hypothesis. Ah, gosh, I can't pronounce that. Damn, I've been in school so many years, but yeah, a hypothesis. Hypothesis. Damn. Okay, you know what I mean. I'm gonna make an educated guess and say that Fake Chainsaw Man is most likely a student at Denji's school because most of the signs are pointing that way. Let's not forget the school uniform. Let's remember the color of his hair. It was a black hair, younger person when we saw in the video when he did the interview, assuming that's really him. When Denji was fighting Fall Devil and ate the Fallen Devil, and then the Fallen Devil respawned and gave him size 22s to the stomach. Denji was incapacitated, and then somebody who looked to be a student gave him blood, and then when he was in hell fighting Fallen Devil, another somebody came and helped him out. It's kind of coincidental, the timing there. Let's also remember, Yuko told Asa that the Fallen Devil is in their school making contracts, and yet at the same time, Fake Chainsaw Man also has connections to the Justice Devil. So all the signs the series have been giving me is pointing to one direction, and that's Fake Chainsaw Man most likely being a student. But because of the wording of the Fire Devil, which I have to say, great design. I like all the inhuman designs of the Primordial Fears with the exception of Fallen Devil, because I like how they just look so alien and unreal. Like these guys like look for they're from a completely different other universe, and I just love it. Now, I'm not saying I hate Fallen Devil's design. It's actually my favorite designs for personal reasons. And something tell me Tatsuji gave her that design for people like me. But that's here nor there. Oh wait, it's neither here nor there. Back onto a point of topic. Fire Devil stated, "Do you recognize their face?" Implying that it's somebody Denji might have known in the past. And the only male people could think of Denji probably known in his past was probably his father. Now, I don't like this theory for many reasons because it fails on so many levels. Like the question, like it's so many questions I left unanswered. Like, why would the Fire Devil be why would the Fire Devil be possessing Denji's dad? What's special about Denji's dad besides the fact that he's Denji's dad? Like, and for and for the Fallen Devil to know that Denji would be special, then the future devil will also be involved in this idea. And like, not to be that guy, but like, why would Tatsuji do this? Like, to make Denji suffer some more? It wasn't bad enough he did it once, he had to do it twice, that double whammo. Like, and let's be honest, man, Denji's dad was not somebody special, man. Wasn't this guy like a drunk? And didn't he get killed like by a 5-year-old? What a loser. Get him out of here, man. Like, I think the Fire Devil has higher standards than Denji's dad. Now, that's ridiculous theory number one. The second theory they have is the protagonist of Tatsuji's first popularized series, Fire Punch, Agi. Now, this theory they say is trying to connect both universes, but this series kind of fails because of the ending of Fire Punch, which I like to add, like, Fire Punch was a great series. Like, oh my gosh, like, it truly was like a great series. Like, if I were to convince you to read Fire Punch, I would say like Fire Punch is like Tatsuji a little bit on steroids, because I'm not gonna lie, like some parts in this series was like unhinged, but other points was just like, it was so unhinged but creatively like depth. And like when I mean unhinged, I mean unhinged with some of the levels of darkness. Like, you think if you reach Chainsaw Man and you say himself, I can handle some of darkness, like he takes it up to at least a good 9 in Fire Punch with some of the themes and ideas. And I'm not going to the artwork, it's a little ashy in some parts, but when it hits, it hits. Like, there's just one scene, and I like the idea of like the vision of a series with like, let's say it involves filming, and he does, and he plays with the filming aspect, at least earlier in the series, very, very well. Uh, but that's enough for me on Deep Throat and Fire Punch. The overall point I'm trying to make is that like how a series ended, which I'm not gonna spoil, doesn't really seem to be like doesn't seem like it would be that character. That's all I'll say to that. And Denji won't even recognize that character, so I don't even know why Fire would ask him at that point. So not a bad reference, but yeah. So my overall question is, who do you think the head is? Like I said, I'm going with, from what I've seen on the information, if this is proven to be true, and that's Tatsuji like sending me on a wild goose chase, it most likely the identity of Fate Chainsaw Man is a student. At least it should be, because everything we've been seeing and given points to being a student. But like I said, not too much to say on the chapter, and that's really all I have to say, man. I'm not going to try to redo this video 3 bloody times, because, oh man, I'm unlucky today. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's been B3, and stay animated.